What's up, Alexis? What's up, Corn? How are we doing? You were first, Alexis. That's great. Well, technically, Stream Elements was first, but that's okay, I guess. I forgive you. I mean, it's not that serious, right? You can say you're first. I really don't care. It's not that big of a deal, you know? If I don't get offended by it, then I don't think you should either, but that's just kind of my thing. I like that it constantly gives off green particles. Because I'm always like, I'd be anxious if it didn't. Because I'd be like, well, is it, close to hydrating? Like, what's going on, So I'm glad that they really, I think, nailed the Happy Ghast, except for its speed, which, given that they can now become carpet bombers, I think I'm okay with its speed. But, I think they really nailed the Happy Ghast, in my opinion. What's up, Blinks of the Future? How you doing? It's nice to see you back here. Been a while. Hope you're well. I will learn to tweet quicker. In my old age, it's becoming a real problem. Unfortunately. Okay. So, I think it's almost good to go. Let me get my snowballs and name tag ready shreddy. Do you have my bed? I do. And now we wait for it to become nighttime. What do you sell? Where are your llamas? Okay, you don't really sell... Oh, actually, 19 emeralds? That's... not great. What their name's gonna be? Well, that one's Nimbus. And this one is Skylar. So, I feel like I've had to name at least what, like, I had to give these names some time to Happy Ghasts because they're just so fitting. I've repaired this Elytra. Oh boy, I forgot to do that before stream. Uh-oh. We can do that, it's fine. Are you almost good? You should name one small if it's brown. I could do that, yeah. That's definitely an idea. Let's I think you can stand on these and it's fine, but I'm not going to risk it. I don't know. I have an urge to kill this wandering trader, but I'm not going to. Unfortunately, the Happy Ghast hangar here doesn't show up on the map, I think. Because it's right on the edge. But, is what it is. The island is still, like, packed right now. There's a lot going on. I know we're about to see some crazy stuff at Minecraft Live, always built on nothing. I don't know, bro. I saw Waddles' video about the preview, about how it changed stuff in the end. Or fixed stuff in the end. The dragon's smarter. Now, obviously it doesn't affect me, because I've already killed all the dragons I need to. But... I don't know, man. I think some rabbits can spawn here, right? But there's probably foxes, so they don't probably last long. Okay, you're like very close to. What's the word for this when they? Is it just hydrate or because they're not hatching? I like how you can see like the red gills and stuff, or like the red. Is the red even on the head of the Happyghast? I'm not even sure. It might just be like a Ghastling thing. Because I know it's got gills that are red. Rehydrated? Yeah, maybe. He's cooking. Yeah, we're cooking Happyghasts. No, that would probably be a war crime in the what? Oh, I thought you, dude. I'm still not used to Happyghasts, so I'm very worried about them dying. Anytime today would be nice. I wish there was a way to like speed them up, but it's probably the same amount of time the turtle hatches or sniffer egg hatches. Without moss, I mean. See, this hangar is very similar to the one in Lightborn by the mine. It's just shorter because there's two instead of three. Um, it's 20 minutes. Interesting. We're definitely deep into that. We've probably got like 3 minutes left. But again, if you stare at it intently, it hatches quicker. That is a method proven by real patriots of the Happyghast Institute. Real news. Real news. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? I'm not doing too bad. It's very hot in the UK though, so I am secretly melting. Um, but other than that, doing all right. Okay, so the purpose of these Happyghasts on the prison island is for like a transportation, right? And that's for people and cargo, right? So if like someone needs to go to the hospital, right? Because there will be a hospital eventually. Um, there's not. I mean, you can take the buses and you can walk, but I don't really think that's ideal. So the Happyghast is quicker travel. No one has elytras in this, so. Are you done yet? I remember when Happyghast was revealed, thinking it was Goofy. I was very surprised when it was first revealed. I think the Happyghast, when I first saw it, it was the first time I've ever been like, this feels modded. Now, I usually do hate that sentiment. I still do. Um, because it only feels modded because it's new, right? And there we go. So let's take a look at the island. Oh, there's a reason why there's Happyghast here as well. This is your helicopter pad thing. Basically, you'll land here, attach it to this fence post. Again, it's a very smaller version of the runway we have in Lightborn. And this building is the solitary confinement building. I haven't done the interior yet, because to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing with the interior. Like, I have no idea yet. Um, what are your plans when CC releases? I'll show you, actually. Yeah, it looks a lot older, but it's very, you'll notice it's on an island. There's nothing else on it at all. Right, so at least the prison has trees. This has nothing. And these are again, there's no cobwebs here, it's electrical fences. I know they're chains, but, you know, law. Yeah. So, let me show you my prep chest for the update that's coming for CC. Yeah, I don't know, Corn. I'm up to ideas. I really am, because I haven't got a plan for the interior, which is a bit of an issue. I need to remind myself to repair the elytra. There's a way we can do that. I've got an idea without using the gold farm. So Dylan, to answer your question, the premise of by the way, this was like a few days ago. A skeleton horse pack spawned like right here, and I'm very surprised none of this burnt down, because there's been like issues in the past where like part of the roof is burnt down of some houses. That's kind of terrifying. Anyway, to not get sidetracked anymore, this is my update chest. Very strange, I know. We're gonna basically, the main premise is we're making a railway track to the nearest, it's not the nearest I don't think, but the best sulfur cave I've seen. I've showcased it on Twitter as well. It's in this world, right? I wasn't using another world, it's in this one. And we're gonna be making a little mine in that area. And then the rest of this is just like sulfur cube interactions and the sulfur spike stuff. No, the redstone blocks are for the rails, yeah, just to power them. Luckily, it didn't make a dent in my redstone I've already got. I went to the witch farm and got it that way. It's always good. Can't do that yet. Let me put those away. Where's I need a bin here. I think I used to have a bin in the house. What is... Okay. You can see this doing something with geysers. Oh! No. Not yet. I'll probably make a factory at some point. But... the smelting room? Yeah, I know I was planning to do like chimneys, but I feel like the roof is too small. So, I kind of... at the very least have put that idea on the back burner, but it might be scrapped entirely. You know those areas IRL where there's like water features on the footpath? You could do something like that in a more populated area? Maybe. Maybe. I haven't fully thought about the lore that sulfur stuff has in this world. But yeah, that definitely could happen. Definitely could, it doesn't make any sense. You get what I mean. Okay, what we're going to do is not fly into that wall, because I'm very good at flying with the Elytra. This is relatively new, this chest room extension, so I'm still forgetting where's what, basically. You can go back in there. Thank you for your service. Okay. Just want to make sure. I think that's pretty much everything. Half of this I'm gonna... I don't know if I'm gonna explore Sulphur Cave straight away. I might just strap mine to it first. The entire interior is the struggle, Corn. I don't know if I want to do like a second and first floor, or just a first floor, or what. But I want to make like a safe like area to like eat and stuff. So probably an area made out of wool. It's gonna probably look a little bit childish, but you have to remember these people are in solitary confinement, so I can't really give them theoretically that damaging stuff. Now, granted, the cells are made out of iron blocks, so they could bash their head into it, but I mean, that's... And there's probably been a case of that happening, but, like, that's not Lightborn's problem. Because the solitary confinement people aren't, like, mentally insane people, per se. They're more... Well, I guess criminals, like, deranged criminals are mentally insane, but what I mean is, like... Because Lightborn isn't really modern as such. Like, it's not like 2026, right? So back in the day, like insane asylums and stuff, you'd have people that were like homosexual or something. It's not like that type of thing. So like, if someone bashed their head into a wall, it wouldn't really be a bit of an issue for Lightborn. Lightborn wouldn't really care that much. And like, the Ministry of the End wouldn't really care either. So that's good. Because these are hardened criminals. And there are hardened criminals in the prison as well, but... I'm yapping. No new Michael nickname today. They cancelled Michael nickname in class. Why did they do that? That's kind of hurtful, in my opinion. I'm guessing it's just people that need to be alone and figure out their stuff. Yeah, some of them are dangerous though. Like, don't get it twisted. And it's like, in the prison and stuff, obviously you've got your toilet and stuff like that, and people will use that to hurt themselves, like drown themselves. People will use the signposts to like scratch into the walls and stuff. Like properly like scratch into the walls. The cells are going to have nothing in them. So realistically, there's not going to be many cells. There's going to be like 2 or 3, if that. Even that's pushing it. But a big chunk of the building is going to be services that are already in like prison cells. So like a toilet, shower. Well, the shower's extended part of the prison. Stuff like that. How's my Elytra doing? Oh, it's full health. Okay. This is normally what I do if I don't want to like go to the gold farm just to repair my Elytra. Well, no, like the rest of my tools are doing relatively okay. I'm like, I don't really need to go to the gold farm, so let me just pick up some pumpkins and melons and sell them off. My brother's been in those horrid padded cells before. He had a toilet with no water, a block of foam for a bed, and a polished piece of metal indented into the walls so you can shatter it, cut yourself on it. He described it as horrible. Yeah, there's definitely some like legalities with the solitary confinement area as well. Like, for example, for better or for worse, no one under the age of 16 can go into, or 18 can go into a solitary confinement cell. Now I know like a lot of people, like kids, have done really heinous crimes, like what happened to John Venables? Was John Venables the criminal or the child? I can't remember. No, I think John was one of the murderers, yeah. So obviously that's going to be a bit of a controversy in Lightborn, because it's like, well, they're still like done heinous shit. It doesn't matter that they're kids. Now granted, they're, like, don't get it twisted, like if a child does a really bad crime in Lightborn, they're going to spend the rest of their life in prison. But not in solitary confinement. Until, like, it was like a 16-year-old, and they were was like 30. Like they spent time in prison, got to 36, for example, and then done something really bad. Then yeah, straight to solitary confinement. But Lightborn's policy on solitary confinement is very thorough and stuff. Doing this also helps me repair my tools. Like, they're not that damaged, right? So it doesn't take long for them to fully heal. So it's really... there needs to be a torch there. Really doing two birds with one stone. Okay, I'm a bit paranoid that there's no torches everywhere else, but... should be fine. I think, like, if you're above, like, in Lightborn's policy, if you're above the age of 18 and you sexually assault someone, you're killed. Or if it's, like, sexually assaulting, like, a minor, you're killed. I don't know, there's still a lot, and the thing about this whole thing is that I need to write up this whole entire thing. Because obviously I'm making a courtroom and stuff like that, right? I made one in my old world, which wasn't very good, if I'm honest. It served as like a parliament. I put it away, didn't I? It served as like a parliament, as well as a courtroom. I didn't. Looking back, I really didn't like that. So I need to make sure the two things are separate. Which is fine, I mean, that's not a problem, but I don't know, I'm just saying, I don't know why I didn't do it earlier, like in my old world. Okay, we're gonna prepare some sugar boxes for like stone bricks and stuff like that for future builds, like well, not I say future, like as soon as we finish the solitary confinement, we got to work on the gym and stuff. If you're going to write in a lot of laws, as someone who was kicked out at 17, people under 18 still need to be able to be independent. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot I've got to figure out. Complete side note, by the way, I earlier, like before stream, burnt my fingers on my cup of tea. Not ideal, by the way. It's like my fingers I used to like hold the back of my controller to do this, like the LT button. It's like 3 of them. It's not that bad, but I can feel it definitely on my pinky finger, which sucks. But do I need 3 struggle? I mean, we'll get cobblestones. We need to finish the solitary confinement exterior as well. There's like the pillars we need to finish. That's tough. That's not there's an imposter block. Not ideal, in my opinion. I think I just overfilled my mug. I do that sometimes, without realising. Okay, do I have any more? Have I really run out? God damn, I've used a lot of mossy stone. How much more do I need? 5 stacks? Okay. I can do that, I think. Surely. How have you been getting on? How have you been getting your moss, by the way? I want to make sure you're not torturing yourself. I've just been bone milling it with my bone mill farm. It's honestly fine. I've probably got a lot more moss than I show because it's in the redstone chest in the farm area. So I never really I don't panic anymore. I think I used to panic when I didn't have the moss farm. Oh, that's why I've got a bunch of random shite. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Corn. Yeah, I've just been putting like chests and stuff there instead. We've got like a back full of bones as well in that farm because of the skeleton farm. So I just restocked it. So I'm good on bone meal for a very long time as well. Which is very nice because bone meal is like the best resource in the game, in my opinion. It could be the foundation of like pretty much anything. Realistically, I'd say like if you had like tons of bone meal, I'd say you're rich, right? As opposed to having like tons of diamonds, right? Okay. What should I feed me, Michael? I have a lot of food. I just tested avocados. Yeah, I probably wouldn't like avocados. That's pretty based. If you tried pasta or like biscuits or something, I'm in no way imposing my own favorite foods in this, for the record. Just suggesting completely random foods. You just stock up on one chest worth of every flour. I might do that, honestly. Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of bone meal though. A lot of like free bone meal. I could do that. Yeah, I personally will eat any pasta. I mean, lasagna is probably my favorite um food. Is lasagna pasta? I have no idea, bro. Oh, I'm in a new video. Hang on, let me just. I gotta retweet this. Have you ever had? I I will not be able to pronounce that. I think I probably have, to be honest with you. They only they only like spaghetti a little. Force feed them spaghetti until they like it more so. Okay, so I've actually got to do a lot of texturing. I forgot about this. I've got to texture, I think, the pillars slightly. Yeah. These little walls, which won't take long. And then the deep slate second layer. So let's get to work, I guess. Is it true you prefer watching movies at home? I haven't gone to the cinema um, in a very long time, so probably. Well, I very rarely watch films, to be honest with you. I just can't get into them. Cinemas are expensive, yeah. I mean, they're nice, like once in a blue moon, but I remember, might be a bit of a vibe killer, but I remember, story time. Uh, this was like in 2018, 2017. Um, one of my friends, who I'm still friends with to this day, was like upset about something. I won't get into which or like what, obviously, but was upset about something. And my other friend, who was a complete dickhead, who we're not friends with anymore because he was a complete dickhead, um, we all basically went to the cinema to watch Jumanji. I think it was the first one, right? And my other friend was like very depressed, right, about this particular thing. They just like didn't want to like he could not be fucked. Like he didn't want to go out, right? And I was like stuck in the middle where I was like, you can't like tell this other guy, you can't force him to go out. You know, it's just fucking weird. And he tried to get us um to like engage with people out like because we went to McDonald's afterwards and we saw like old school friends. It was like, oh yeah, look, it's Michael and let's call him Steve. Michael and Steve. I was like, no, we don't want to talk to them. Derek, please leave us. And he would just try and like force us to engage with these people. I was like, dude, we're both. I was in a rough patch as well because I just came out of a relationship, I think, and I was like, I don't want to do this. So like, long story short, basically, is every like my most recent memory. I've been to the cinemas like since like after that, right? But my most recent memory, or like prominent memory, is the experience I had after watching the cinema, and that's kind of to go back on the point, put me off cinemas watching. I don't know if I made any sense at all, but whenever I think of cinemas and going to them, I always think about that experience and how like my friend Steve, obviously not his real name, felt, and how Derek made him feel, and like the fucking trauma, not trauma, but like bullying he did to Steve. It's really fucking weird. Anyway, Corn to me has yet to ask to change out of the corn costume. That's probably on character. Put that man in the bin. He's so pushy. Yeah. When I was on like Facebook a lot, and like using Messenger a lot. I don't really use Messenger and Facebook anymore. We had like a group chat, and he would constantly ask us to like go out with him and stuff. Now, granted, we're like 16, 17, 18, right? So I'm not surprised. I'd kind of be down to whenever, but Steve would never want to go out, right? Like he just wouldn't. He just doesn't want to. Because again, he was very like depressed, like very, like kind of on the level I am today. Gonna have to laugh through that. I'm sorry. Um, he was very. Like, he just didn't want to go out, and Derek would be like, "No, come on, come out," and Steve would be like, "Well, Michael wants to go out. Why don't you go out with him?" And Steve would be like, or Derek would be like, "It's not the same." Derek didn't like me, by the way. He fucking hated me. Um, but yeah, like he'd only hang out with me if Steve was there, and I'd tell him to like fuck off. That was it. That was actually what caused us to drift away from him. I think I don't know if Steve sat down with him as well, but I remember telling Derek to fuck off. And now Derek has a family, and it's very depressing because he's got like 3 kids. But I mean, Steve's doing a lot better. which is good. It's just kind of, you know, he'll like reminisce about Derek, and I would always tell him, or like remind him, Derek was a terrible Derek was a terrible person to you, Steve. To me as well, but like to you, he was a complete cunt. It's very immature. Derek was like Derek said something really bad about Steve's younger sister. I'm not going to repeat it. Um, when we were younger, like again, like seven. This was like 16, 15. We were like 16, 15. His sister was like 20, or not. His sister's like 21 now, I think. I don't know. And ever since then, I just hold a. Back in school, I used to hold grudges against a lot of people. Like, I used to hate. You guys know how like I'd say now, hate is a very strong word. I hate very few people. Back then, dude, I did not live by that at all. I was a lot less forgiving back then. Yeah, slime. Like probably like Derek would. I think Derek would have preferred us to be a lot more outgoing and stuff. Because like I was always like, well, no, I'm talking to my like I'm in a relationship right now. I don't have time for this, but I'll go out if you want me to. And then he'd be like, no, where's Steve? I was like, Steve doesn't want to go out. I was like, why not? I was like, he's fucking depressed, mate. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, we were like 16. She was like 11. And he said something really weird about her. And then me and Steve were like, what the fuck? Now, obviously, Steve is very, I think Steve can probably be pushed over quite easily, right? Even back then, I was still like, I was a bit of a bitch, but I would still like not take shit from people, you know? Now it's, a lot more prominent, like IRL and stuff like that. But Steve would be like, okay, mate, whatever you say, kind of thing, right? Whereas I had to comment, I was like, what the fuck are you saying? You know? I realized that story was completely random. I have a lot of stories back then. About this guy as well. Like, so many weird stories about this guy. He did so many weird things. But and for context, me and Steve were like slightly like Steve and I have like a 1 month birth gap, so he's born 1 month after I am, roughly like a few weeks, right? But Derek is like older than us by a year, I think. So he's like 18 and we're still like 17 and stuff, you know? And he was the least immature person. Steve was probably the most mature, I'd say, out of the three of us. Now that's not saying a lot, right? But I was too like out of it at the time because of personal reasons. So when I was in year 7, I knew some girl who was like 12 dating a 16-year-old. Yeah, that's wrong. That is fucking demented. I don't know. My point is, like, I know this is completely drifted away from the cinema talk, but my point is, Derek was a cunt. Probably still is, and I still don't like him. And there's very few people that I, like, after years, still don't like them, you know? Okay, let me get my moss. Okay. I mean, to me, like, age gaps are pretty, like, simple. Like, they're a pretty simple concept. But to Twitter, like, bloody hell, Twitter's a different place. What's up, Johnny? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're swell on this Saturday. I am not, because I'm currently melting. It's been like 28 degrees for me all day. Is it still the same? 23. Okay, 23 isn't that bad, but at 9 o'clock, like, what are we doing, you know? It's 9 o'clock. Can we not do this? Take me back to, like, winter, please. Okay. Just do the moss part of this. It takes a while, but eventually the texturing does work wonders. Really important to texture your builds. I know that's like obvious, but it looks a lot better than just having stone. Like, could you imagine if this was just stone brick, and like deep? No, that's just deep slate. But I'm going to change that. But just imagine, right? It's so boring. For you, it's 426, really. Are you guys ready for like what will probably be the longest week in Minecraft history because of Minecraft Live? It's gonna be so slow, bro. It's gonna be so slow. I'm gonna hate it because I'm gonna be constantly worried about leaks and stuff. Because like I know it's like it's not live, is it? The event. Oh shit! It's gonna get leaked, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. It's not alive, right? Fuck. Luckily, I blocked Moam in the last drop cycle. Like, what was it? Was it this? Was it Chaos Cubed? I blocked him because he literally spoiled. Like, what did he do? I can't remember. I think it might have just been because he's a prolific leaker, and I just can't be fucked with prolific leakers anymore. Like, there's only so much for me like I can tolerate before like you spoil the entire drop, and I'm like, okay, it's a bit much in my opinion. You know. Now, like inherently, I'll be honest with you, I don't really mind leakers. But if you're gonna leak the entire thing the day of the event, like you're silent, right, for a week, right? So like imagine, for example, Moam doesn't say anything for the entirety of next week, right? Saturday rolls around, and literal like 3 hours before the event, leaks the entire thing. So that's why I've got him blocked. You leaked the entire thing? Yeah. Oh my god. It's just loser activity, like... No, granted, people will probably show me anyway, because every time an event happens, someone shows me the leaks. But... it's what it is, you know. I can't really get mad at those people. I don't really. Yeah, we're close to 10,000 days, Johnny. It's gonna be mental. I'm gonna have to AFK some days to repair my tools, but I'm gonna try to not AFK as much. No, we're 6 days in. I haven't AFK'd, really. Thank you for the follow as well. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Always nice to see new faces. You should keep streaming until day 10,000. How long of a stream is that? Like out in hours. We've been streaming for barely an hour. Never mind. I don't know how a live show could possibly leak. I won't say anything, Link, right? Because I don't want to manifest it to happen. So I'm just not gonna say anything. Maybe I already have, but again, you'd have to imagine, like, it's not gonna come from the YouTube, because I'd imagine the YouTubers that are going there know what it is, right? Like, I'm pretty confident Tubbo, Filza, all those lads know what it already is. Or do they not? I'll stream until day 10,000. If I get... No, I'm not gonna... No. Let me roll back on that. I don't know who Dr. Donut is. I've heard of that name before. But no, I don't think I could physically stream to 10,000. I thought about doing a 6-hour stream soon, which is a big stream for me, by the way. But I don't know, that'd have to depend on a lot. So okay, so the reason why so you may notice these pillars are all open. I think, except these ones, I might put like campfires in these or something. I've not decided yet, so that's why I'm keeping. They might be closed. I just haven't decided yet. The more you know. He plays for around 7 to 8 hours, really. I play for about every day, about 4 hours, maybe. That's not counting AFK days, but I don't AFK every day. Thank you for the gifted subcorn. You offered? Is that new? Is it not, like, gifted? Well, thank you for the gifted subcorn. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. They must have changed. I swear it was never offered. What? Yeah, it says offered. I don't know what that means. There are two routes in my mind. Either the bonus live is for something pretty major, or it's literally only for capitalizing on TwitchCon. I think it's both, Link. I think it's both, personally. Now again, what that big thing is, no one knows. But what I will say is I think we need to pay attention to this week's snapshot and or preview. Specifically the technical stuff. Right? Now, it could be nothing, but technical changes have always, since, like, take yourself back to Chase the Skies last year, when they teased some flying mob, right? And then it was like, picking up items and stuff like that. It was the Copper Golem. And then Mounts of Mayhem was something as well. You know? Yeah, you did, Paradigm. Thank you. I don't know why I'm saying thank you to you, but thank you for stopping by. Dude, on the topic of that, the other day I bought flowers, right? And someone was like... So the guy behind the counter was like, see you soon. My response to that was you too. Now, instantly, I caught up on that. I was like, wait, did I just say you too to that? But like, I remember feeling so embarrassed. I fucking hate saying shit like that to people. It's the worst feeling I think ever. How can I escape this without hitting the ground? Like that, apparently. I think a bit too much moss here, but I think that's okay. Is this modded or vanilla? It's vanilla. Vanilla bedrock. You know, as you're returning flower addicts. I do like buying flowers. This is true. But yeah, no mods. I have thought about in the past adding like add-ons to this, but I've always gone against it. We will be playing the Aether stuff when it comes out, by the way. Not on this world. We're going to start from scratch on like some separate world, but still. I'm very excited for that personally because I love, like everyone like knows this. I love the Aether so much. What's your hopes from Minecraft Live? Can I say that I hope it's good? Unironically, my biggest hope is that it's not spoiled. I hope that they now again, so I want to preface this. My hopes and wants are two different things. I want a combat update. Will we get it? No. I hope for a link between dungeons and the base game. That link being the fourth dimension. I hope for more focus on the base game and not here's 5 other things to take up time for the event. Because it is a bonus, right? So shine a light on the base game and stuff. That's all I can really ask for, to be honest with you. I literally just hope it's not Nothing Burger. Yeah, exactly. Right. If someone somehow just made a fully functioning offhand add-on, would you add it to this world? No. That might surprise you, Slime. It might not, but no. No. I would. Can that even happen? Because isn't there some like, how? Isn't there something with like add-ons where it's like you can't really add something that they plan to add? Right? I remember when Toycat was making his like boss add-on thing, there was something he couldn't do. And Mojang were like, you have to get rid of this, so you can't add this because we're adding something similar. I don't know. What update would you want? Aside from a combat update, give me a Sky Dimension. Any day of the week. Give me a Sky Dimension. Or an archaeology update. I'm not talking about like 5 other things with archaeology. I'm talking about like a solid, by itself archaeology update. One of those. For me, it's the end update. Yeah, the end has been seeing some interesting fixes recently. Something to do with Enderman. I'm paraphrasing. You'd have to look at the changelog for Bedrock in the most recent preview. The dragon is smarter when it swoops, when it attacks you, and when it flies. Apparently, the dragon is smarter. Enderman's picking up block thing is changed somehow. I'm being very vague because I don't exactly know what it was. But my point is, they're doing stuff with the end. And it's very weird, to me, at least. Um, but I still do think that a fourth dimension comes before the end update, which, like, no one's asked, but I don't know if that is the way to go. I don't know if you I don't know if you do add. I can see why they're doing it. Like it makes, or why they would do it, right? But I don't know if that's the way to go right now. They may be able to justify it, but we'll see. Okay, so in terms of texturing, you basically just got to do the deep slate on this layer, right? So it's basically just stone brick and polished, and then you're basically done with texturing the exterior. Maybe connect regular deep slate, like cobbled deep slate, I mean, around. And you're looking at a complete exterior. You might want to do like something here, just iron bars and stuff, but let's get some grass for like a little ring that we can do. Like, we don't need to do that, actually. Do I have any deep slate? Oh, fuck. I've got some. Okay. Can I use that 8.99 AUD to request you to look at the rabbit enclosure? Sure. Take us a while, but oh yeah, you can play Java on Bedrock now or Xbox. I'm, by the way, not doing that. Why? You know, why would you do that? For me personally, I'm not. I can. There's apparently a way, and Toygash just made a video on it as well, so I know it's legitimate because I saw it originally and thought it's a bit dodgy. There's like a app called that you have to download. You either apparently have to have Java, which I don't, or Xbox Game Pass, Essential or higher. I've got Ultimate. Um, I might play Java for the like fun of it, but I'm not gonna do anything funky. Because what if Xbox takes it down? You know, where am I flying to? I saw a Minecraft post and someone says that Mojang is going to update the end in 2028. I mean, we'll see, right? You never know. I don't think an end update is soon, though. Yeah, Slime, someone in my mentions earlier was like, I thought, like, you play Java, though. I was like, I've never said once I played Java Edition. I've played it, like, once, but I've never said I play Java. Like, if I played Java, or no, sorry, it was on PC. Yeah, sorry, but still. But yeah, this is the rabbit enclosure, corn. There's not much going on, really. Kind of depends on the size you want to make. But I've got, like, these are supposed to be water areas, but, a little place to run in, I guess. Some carrots, you know? The bunnies. Here are the. Can I get in this? I can. Please replace the cauldrons. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. What is this? Core stats? Ever since the boys finale, I keep like whenever I fly off, I keep thinking I'm Homelander. No, we'll just replace it entirely. It's not that big of a deal, right? Core stats. Do I have a core stat chest? Tomodachi Life has an object limit in the island creator because it's a Switch 1 game, and I've only decorated maybe 1/5 of my island, and I'm already past the halfway point. They need to release a Switch 2 version ASAP. I'm assuming they will, right? Okay, do I have mud? I don't need this much core stat. Why do I always take tons? I feel like half the Switch 2 games right now are made for Switch 1. Is that, like... I think that's real news. I think I... failed. Where can I get... I have an idea. Can you put mud slabs or slabs in cauldrons? Wait, what if I just put trapdoors? Wait, he's a genius. He might be the greatest of all time. Just might be, though. You could replace the cauldrons with slabs. Okay, we'll do that. Michael's mate is talking to someone about how the phrase "shut the fuck up" is overused. I would not. Okay, that is fake news. I would say that's underused, and then someone would cry about it on Twitter that I'm swearing. You know, it's really funny to me that. Sorry, I've got to do my daily stream run. What's up, Ponder? How you doing? What's up, Ponder? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Very, it's weird. Recently, Ponder, there's been a lot of people from Twitter, I think. Very strange. But on the swearing thing, I was like, do you guys care if I swear so much, right? And everyone was saying, no, I don't care, like, at all. It doesn't matter. The very next day, someone gets mad at me for swearing. Once in a tweet. I feel like wolf trousers is rare slime. I tried to like look for it. It's kind of rare. It's a rare sound. Any mud enjoyers? I don't really need that much, right? Can you put mud in a stone cutter? You can, can't you? Surely. I'm doing this very, very slowly, but we have all the time in the world here. You guys aren't doing anything else. It's fine. Just mud bricks, really? Oh, well, no, that makes sense. I'm stupid. 8? Yeah, 8's fine. Dude, the sound is amazing. Mud is genuinely, can I say this? One of the best block sets in the entire game. And it's a criminal offence that sulfur bricks and cinnabar bricks are just basically stone bricks but retextured. Like, at least mud is different, right? Yeah, mud's amazing. I might build, well, I do want to build more out of it. I have said that recently. And by recently, I have no idea how recent that is, but I do want to build more mud-related stuff. We do need more snow thingamabobs as well, yeah. Okay, what? Oh, I'm stupid. my villager trading hall is mostly packed mud and bricks. Really, that could go crazy. Actually, it's actually really nice. I don't know how to make stuff in this game. Okay, Corn, if you're lying to me about this, I will sue you. Just for the record. Let me slap. Yeah, ideally, don't self-promo here. I don't really care too much, but please don't, because bots, right? You know, it's kind of a bit annoying. Okay. Dude, okay, so you guys know the last stream there was someone that was Japanese. Like completely random, right? And we were like, what the fuck? Like just completely like random Japanese person. He didn't message me, but he tweeted at me on Twitter as well. Like I checked it after stream, and it was Chinese. Oh fuck. Shit. Um. Anyway, moving on. What was I doing? I need to make. I don't want to get more water, so I'm just gonna put these in little areas. Anyway, his whole thing. The whole reason why he was asking is because he wants someone to go to TwitchCon to get him the cape. Because he wants like to give you money to get the cape for him. Like he'll pay for the expense. I'm not kidding. He'll pay for the expenses, and just so you can get the cape for him. What? Like, first of all, that's really surprising. Secondly, have you guys seen the prices of TwitchCon tickets? I'm sorry. Like, I know I'm like affiliate and stuff like that. That is not worth at all. And if anything, I want the cape. Like, that's the whole reason why I'm going there, right? So like, I don't know. It felt very silly to me. Dude, it's so hot in my room, bro. I'm gonna smelt. What was I doing after, like, what was I doing before this? Oh, it's a deep slate texturing, right? Oh, that is the best emote, Johnny. You got the one of the like that's top 5, in my opinion. That's incredible. Honestly, best way to spend your channel points, in my opinion. We're going over here, right? Hello. Let me not fly. Okay, I did that anyway. That's fine, I guess. Hello. Let's do polished stuff first, and then we'll do bricks. Okay. I think it's free polished in each area. Yeah, I just have a window open. I'll be fine. I normally, when it's like hot like this, with my hamster, I normally give them a mug. Now, that might sound very weird to people, but pro tip, right? Put a mug in the fridge and then wait for it to like get cold. And then like I put it on Leo's hideout, so his hideout is very like nice and cool right now. Because obviously they're hamsters, right? They can't like they'd probably bake. So I want to try to avoid that. Ideally, I don't really want my hamster to melt. I love the copper and iron bars. Thank you, Ponder. I actually the prison, which is what that is this actually okay? Genuine question. If I didn't tell you this wasn't a prison, what would you think this is? Would you think this is a prison, or would you think this is some like UK average school facility? But no, yeah, Ponder, the iron bar or the copper bars are green here. Like I spend a lot of time here, so they're all fully green. So ideally, I want these to be green as well. I would have said a uni. Yeah, honestly, I can understand that. For some reason, it looks like an arena. Ooh. I do want to build an arena. Fun fact at some point. But yeah, I remember when I first like put the walls up and the pillars, I was like, I'm not going to use this full area. And I kind of haven't yet, right? I mean, that is going to be where the warden's office is. Like, it's going to be like a door there, and like a warden's office will be there and stuff. So for now, there's one place in this area that's not been filled up yet. No, Johnny. I'm just saying I do want to make an arena at some point. So I'm not surprised that you think this is an arena because I do want to make one. Arenas are very cool, but I just got to put it off pretty well, which is the issue. Set up a factory, yeah, 100%. Your brother's first response was prison. Interesting. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. So ideally you do free polished, just to not like you want to have some cobbled deep slate, right? And we are doing bricks as well, so you just gotta take that into account, really. Let me put another ender chest down because I think I took it down when I made the hangar. Yeah, I said this on stream or like somewhere else. I was really worried about making a prison, not making it like look like a complete like just a stone box, you know. The patterns, by the way, to this are completely random. Although ideally you don't want the same thing twice, right? Like in a row. But they are pretty much completely random. There's no real method to this. I think that prison is one of my favorite builds. Maybe top 5? I'd have to think about it. But it's definitely somewhere around there. Yeah, like if you ignore the basketball court or Sulfur Cube court, which is what it is, I think I haven't really decided yet, but I do want to put this into perspective, though. This, like, although the prison itself is done, the island, so this build and other builds, I've got listed down, by the way, so I know what I'm doing next on this island. It will not be done before 10,000 days. There's zero chance, like, genuinely zero chance of that happening. It's not a bad thing, I'm just, it's pretty cool. Just means, like, I've spent a lot of time on this prison. Or just the island as a whole, right? Because I want the island to have stuff on it as well, ideally. Yeah, my first prisoner will be you, Admirable, but also Funny enough, will be put in solitary confinement permanently. Um, Rent free, I know. Oh, okay, that's a bit of an issue. I need to pick this up. Yeah, I mean, I could, like, if I wanted to, like, wax these, but first of all, that'd be tons of honey. And secondly, I kind of like that it's green. Eventually, going to be green. Obviously, it's not right now, but Mwam prisoner. Yeah, I mean, I've got something else planned for Mwam. I can't say on stream. Um, I think no, I think Mwam will be 10 years forced labor. To be fair, a lot of schools in the US look like prisons. A lot of schools in the UK look like prisons. To be honest, like mine looked rough. I remember. Have I told this story? I'm gonna tell it anyway. Um, so for context, for all the people that aren't in the UK, which should be all of you, realistically, because I only like people from the UK. Um, in the UK, we have things called like forms. So like in your like grade, I'm trying to word this into American language as well. There's like specific groups of people, right? So there's and that's forms, right? So you got ash, maple, birch, and stuff like that, right? Near my form room, which is basically where like we got signed into school and stuff like that for the day and all that kind of jazz. Um, there was like a glass pane, right? And like imagine this, right, with glass, but behind it was like behind these two panes would be a dead spider that was like crushed. Like its legs were like in a very not safe for work position. I'll just say that very much. And it was there right from when I first started secondary school, high school, to when I left high school, and they never got rid of it. So like every time I'd walk, my point is this: every time I'd walk past my form room, it was like I was walking past Asmongold's house. It was fucking disgusting. You couldn't smell anything, but it just looked wrong, right? Because like my form room as well was in like the catering area, like catering, wood tech, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a really cool area, and you just had like a dead spider chilling next to you. It wasn't very nice, in my opinion. Schools are prison, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I quite liked having like ash, maple, birch, oak as form rooms in my school. I thought that was quite nice. I was an ash, by the way. Best one. Actually, the worst one. One of the worst ones. I think oak was the worst one. Ash had a lot of smart people in it. I was not one of them. For the record, I'm not trying to big myself up. I was not one of them. Alright, okay, I haven't done the same. And then we'll do a lower one. Again, doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we've got to do basically bricks. We've all done the polished. We've done all the polished, sorry. Now it's just bricks. And it's 2 in each one. I think my primary school was getting shut down. It's quite sad. It was made into like an academy a few years back because it really it failed completely. Like the school regulator Ofsted was like, "This is shit. Like everything about this is shit. Sort yourself out." Um, so they tried to, but what the head teacher had like a mental breakdown recently, and the school is shutting down. Quite sad. Now I didn't really like the school, but it's really sad when like your childhood things shut down. I still need to fill this gap in. God damn it. Fun fact, by the way, there was actually buried treasure on this island. It didn't have any Nautilus armor, unfortunately, but it did have obviously the Heart of the Sea, which is still very much appreciated. I still haven't crafted all of those into conduits yet, because I'm telling you, man, there's going to be another use for them. Later down the line, the actual Heart of the Sea item is going to have more use. I can't say what that is, because I don't know, right? But you're all going to laugh at me now, but I'm telling you, in like 4 years' time, it's going to get a use. Okay. You guys talking about spiders? Oh, that's because I brought it up, right? I don't really like insects either. I'm not the biggest fan. In fact, let me close my window a little bit because I don't want any. If a moth comes into here, if a moth comes into my room, I'm basically defenseless. Because, like, realistically, I'm not gonna do shit, right? And what is Leo gonna do? You know? So, we're kind of fucked if a moth comes in here. Okay, so that side, this side. Ow. Let me fly. Thank you. Is it this side that's done as well? No. I think my fear of moths is slowly diminishing. Like, it's not as bad as it was a few years ago. I'm also I wouldn't say I'm scared of butterflies anymore. Yes, I was scared of them at one point. Sue me. But I still find them creepy. Don't ask. I don't, dude. I don't know why. Oh frick. Okay, I think that's actually all the texturing we need to do. For the most part. I mean, again, iron bars at the front, like the gap. Have we done... No, we haven't. We haven't done this either. What? Okay, never mind. I was deeply wrong. What's your favourite copper stage out of the 4? Can I say the 3rd? So the one after this, that's not too green. Do you know what a hawk moth is? I'm not sure. All about cockroaches, I I don't know if you're talking to me, Admirable, but I'll say no. No. I am good off that. Please leave me alone. Okay. We'll do... Have we done a corner one? Let's do a corner one. But my Copper Golem statue slime is like primarily that green color now. So that's why I like it so much. I'm biased. Maybe like when it turns fully green, I'll appreciate the fourth stage more. But for now, and like that's not to say these two stages aren't good. They are, right? I do like these stages as well. I just prefer the other ones. A hawk moth is a larger than average moth. That's fantastic. That's great. I'd love to see that. Can you piss off? I remember when I don't know if anyone here has watched the Godzilla films, like Godzilla King of the Monsters and stuff. I remember looking at images of Mothra and being terrified because seeing Mothra in like a real world scenario scared me to no ends. Now I love Mothra. Mothra is my favorite kaiju, right? But I remember at first seeing it and being fucking terrified of it. It was just huge. Which is funny because Mothra is like the good one, right? She's like healing and stuff. I don't know. It was weird. Is that leather? That is. Right. Good. Once there's a moth plague, an entire back wall of the house, I'd move house. I'd move house. I'm gone. I'm not living there anymore. I'm moving house. What games have you played other than Minecraft this year? Um, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Black Ops 3, uh, Uno, Power Wash Simulator, don't ask. Uh, Overwatch, although I'm not playing anymore. I want to play Dead Island or Dead Rising. Can you have a hobby that's not about killing me? Thank you. Tomodachi Life Simulator. Demo, yeah, that's true. We love Power Wash. Such a weird game, bro. Yeah, I still need to buy Tomodachi Life. I haven't yet. I probably will. Um, but I want to make um the boys' characters, I think, and presidents. But I want to make a boy like Homelander and Huey and stuff. Butcher especially. Can you look at the smaller walls for a second? These ones? I don't know what I want to do with this. Again, I don't know if I'm having like a second or third, or not third, but second floor. I mean, the other sides of the building. Or these ones? I don't know what you mean. I've got a bunch of shite in my inventory. I might regret this, but goodbye 4 cauldrons. The cauldron economy is in tatters now. Let me sleep. I'm not gonna have enough cobble to deep slate for this. It's fine. I'll live, maybe. Haven't decided yet. Cobble up some more. That is a good idea, Ponder. That is a very good idea. I might have to do that. You have a pretty bad sleep schedule. I don't. Mine's very good. It's fucking awful. Bro, I woke up at 2 p.m. today. Went to bed, went to sleep at 4 a.m. Fucking hell. You can tell I've got, like, no job and, like, no life. Watching the stream at 3 a.m. Well, hopefully, Admirable, I can put you to sleep with my boringness. Boringness? It's not a word. It is now. Okay. How much deep slate of the cobbled do I have? That is the wrong. Where's my other sugar box? Oh feck! It's not like I have 900 of them. Please, I don't want to waste one. Oh feck! I'm gonna find it later and be amazed. Well, 07 sugar box, you were good to me once. Let's just get some more cobbled deep slate, I guess. Hopefully, dude, I'm nervous about that guy who made a video with me. Wasn't about, well, it is technically it's about me, but I'm worried about people's reactions to my voice and my Britishness, because I know, you know. What's up, Sir Hunt? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're good. What's up, Ben? Hope you're swell. Oh, should I open up his video? Fuck it. Okay, we're good. We're good so far. Okay. Thank God. I'm not paying attention, by the way. Let's just land safe. Yeah, I hope you're good, Sir Hunt. You don't sound anything like I imagined. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I never know. Deep slates. Neat little trick you can do, by the way, lads. Younger? I'm old. I'm old, Ponder. Come on now. If you think I'm younger, that actually... Oh god. How young? Excited for Minecraft Live? I am, Hunt, but I'm also nervous. I'm always nervous, right? But I just hope it delivers, you know? I was saying earlier, I hope it's good. just as a baseline, which... I hope it's good. Guys, I am not young, you know? I'm 25. There must be a reason for a bonus Minecraft Live? Yeah, there has to be. Right? Either the full drop is massive, which I think it is, bigger than average. I fucking hate that expression. Or there's something coming that is bigger. 25 is old. It is to me, bro. Dude, ponder, in a month's time, I'm gonna be like pushing 30 because I'll be 26. Okay, I'll be pushing 30. Do you know how bad that is, bro? I just want to like stop aging. It's funny because like if you're like younger, my best advice to you is to like not wish away your life and be like, oh, I wish I was an adult. Because I mean, we've all done it. I wish I wish I was 18, and then 18 rolls around and it's just kind of depressing. I look younger, I think. I don't sound young though, in my opinion. I sound like I'm a chain smoker. And British. Now you can decide which one's worse. Being a chain smoker or British, I'll leave that up to you. But I choose to believe that you're a cat. I wish I was. It's called maturity. I might be one of the most immature people you've ever met, though. I don't know. I'm not that different from like online, really. I'm really not. Like, yeah, on Twitter I exaggerate, you know, but I don't go around IRL calling people cunts. That is true. Well, sometimes. Sometimes I do. But I'm not that much younger than you, sir. That's interesting. I thought you were 45. I'm kidding. Okay, fuck off. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult pensioners. I thought you were 45. That's insane, by the way. I've always had a deep voice. I think I've said this before. I've always just... I came out of the womb with just a deep voice. I don't know what to tell you. You know? Some people come out screaming and crying. I came out of the womb fucking declaring world domination with a deep voice. We're just, like, we're not the same. Did you cry in a deep voice? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Funny how that happens. You know what's really depressing about that? People say there's like a theory as to why you cry as a baby, and it's like you remember for like a brief second what your previous life was, and you're like in a flash remembering that the people you once knew and stuff, and then you reset. Like that is terrifying, but I don't believe in that. I just want the next drop to add a new wood type. I just want azalea wood. In terms of wood, or redwood trees giving you a new wood. But what would you do with redwood trees? You can't. It wouldn't be orange. Would it be grey? Grey wood? You came out asking for offhand? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in my opinion, what they show off next week is one of two things. Either it is the fourth dimension, or it is something completely left field that we've been overlooking for some reason. And you could say like, well, isn't a fourth dimension left field? Not really, because we've been talking about it for the past year, right? So it's not like, whilst it would be surprising in a sense to see a fourth dimension, like the existence of a fourth dimension wouldn't surprise me. It is what they would show is what would surprise me, you know? Does that make sense? Whereas something completely left field would be Jerry the blue platypus, right? That would be some, like, you know, like if they were like, here's Jerry and here's like a bagel coming into the autumn drop, right? That would surprise me. That's like left field. But I wouldn't say a fourth dimension would be left field. To me. I mean, I'm sure like to some people, yeah. Because some people aren't terminally online like I am. But imagine they announce that they're adding all the mob and biome votes. I would be okay with that. Ow. I hate when that happens. It'd be chaos? No, that was the previous drop, Admirable. Sorry, that's a bad joke. But yeah, the last drops have been a bit smaller than average, I think. Even this upcoming drop is a bit smaller, I think. It's still good, you know. It's still like, for me, B rating. If they're using drops as like little bits of content between updates, what I'm guessing they're doing, I feel like they should say that because, yeah, exactly. They need to reaffirm it, in my opinion. They're going to announce the vote update. Thank God. More democracy. That's what we need. Okay, so now we're at the stage of like, I don't know what to do with this. I built this. This is the what's it called? Solitary confinement building, by the way, for the prison. I built this and I don't really know what to do with this. So, Fox update, maybe the best update of all time. I sent something terrible in Michael's stuff. Let me observe what you sent. Upstairs and leave the downstairs free. Interesting. Hmm. Let's go into creative. No, could you imagine if I just... no. It's really awkward that that's the first thing you see, though. I hate how, like, game mode is below that. Like, or not, game difficulty, I mean. Can you tell my period cramps to go away? In my 25 years of living, I've never experienced a period. So, like, I think it's a skill issue, personally. Like, just don't have them. I don't really see what the the issue is. Fuck, I opened the wrong mode. Thank you for stopping by, Admirable. I do appreciate it at your early 3 a.m. time. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it, and hopefully you sleep well. Wow, it's the truth. If you if you don't think about something, it won't happen. Imagine if you deleted your 10k day world by accident. Yeah, I've never done that. Wait. Oh, I almost would have done that. That's crazy. No, but I have done that previously, Panda. Wait, did I say Panda? Ponder. Sorry, I can't fucking read. What's up? I did do that previously to the old world. It wasn't destroyed because of like Bedrock being Bedrock. It was destroyed because I destroyed it. Which I mean, like looking back, sure, like I was annoyed at, but like I really didn't really like deserve to be because it was my own idiocy that deleted the world, not Mojang's. As much as I love to blame Mojang for like existing, um, I can't blame them for what I did, you know. And to be fair, I made a better world because of it. This world is better. I said the main, yeah, I said the world to creative instead, yeah. I was actually distracted by someone messaging me. Fun fact, that is genuinely, I'm not trying to blame them, an old viewer of the stream. Yeah, that was rough. But no, I do think, like, looking back again, this world is way better. In my opinion. Okay, so the cells. And you have to remember, like, the thing about this is I didn't actually document the world that much. Like, I've got a few screenshots and videos of the old world, right? But I post so many pictures of this world, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so I'm completely. This is the interior of the solitary confinement area. I'm completely winging it. Just, my advice would be to let me cook, because it will make sense in the end. Surely. All your old clips are available. I think there's a clip of me in the old world, actually. The lighthouse. It's not the one in this world. I think there's a lighthouse or some, like, watchtower I made in the old world. That's in one of the clips. So, there you go. The more you learn, or know, or learn. Okay, so imagine Ironium blocks. That is what the cells are probably. I can't do this, there's no way. That's a lot of iron. Hmm. Do you have an iron farm? I do, yeah. I have a lot of iron, but I don't like using iron. What other blocks could you use? It's a really simple design, but the thing about that corn is I need to like get 20 villagers. You know, I can't be asked. I mean, I do have 20 villagers, but yeah. What if? Is there Blackstone in this game? No, it's too. No, you have to do. Fuck it, we'll do iron. That's not iron. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? I'm gonna regret this so badly. Hmm. Quartz, maybe. Quartz bricks, actually. Huh. I need to figure out design and like, because this doesn't work. It's too long. Huh. I don't know what to do. Uh. Shite. Shite, shite, more shite. Or if I did like that way, and then like the doors are there. I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna tackle this, I think, later. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's a cow. Why do you make those sounds? I'm not used to the new animal sounds. So loud. What? Yeah, this might be an off-stream activity because I don't want to subject you guys to my stupidness. Um, yeah, the animal sound. It's going to take me some time to get used to them. I don't think I've heard all of them either. So, yeah. Anyway, on that note, by the way, sneak peek. I built this wrong, but this is roughly what I'm doing for the beacon design that I've got planned. Just a little sneak peek thing. I built it wrong in one way, so it's not actually right, but roughly this idea. And then the center beacon will be thingy-mabob, a little bit higher. So that is what I've been working on as well behind the scenes, because when did I last build something? Because I built, I believe, the cells of the prison and I didn't go any further on this for a while. Where are the prison cells? Yeah, right. So this is um, prison stuff. And then I was like, okay, I got a rough idea. I'm just gonna go back into survival and build. Same with this, right? Although it's a little bit different. But yeah, my point is, I'm basically finally going back to this and using the building testing stuff, which is very nice because I do like this world. I recommend everyone having a world like this where you just build stuff, so you got like references and stuff. Your creative world is so much neater than mine. I'm surprised. I was expecting it to be like very, very weird, but I mean, a lot of this world is bridges. Mine's on Java, so I can save things in schematics. That's pretty useful, yeah. A lot of this is bridges because of the bridge remake I did for my old bridges in my world. I wanted to make new bridges, but I didn't know how. So that these three. Obviously, you got Lightborn Tower, the Ferris wheel. This is Lightborn Tower. This was originally what it was going to be. It was going to be a lot bigger. Well, that's the bee enclosure. Every time I go into this world, by the way, I have to do this. This is my aquarium. It's so surreal seeing the creative version of this and not like the updated version I have in my actual world. To like see how far I came with this build. Currently building next to like a 20 by 60 by 1 block wall of black concrete. What? Are you making the void? This is like unused, but I remember making this on stream, I think, or on a Discord call. What is this? Hang on, I know I was going to end stream, but let me just. Oh, it's the piano for the music area. Why did I build it so far? But no, anyway, yeah, this is where I'm going to end stream for now. 2 hours, not bad. Not bad, in my opinion. Again, we'll probably be streaming quite a bit leading up to Minecraft Live because there's going to be so much to talk about and theorize and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to thank you guys for the support recently on the streams. We've been getting a lot of new followers and new people, which is kind of surreal and crazy to me. So I do appreciate it. Corn, thank you for the gifted sub as well today. I hope they appreciate the sub as well. I know my bank will. But no, yeah, I do appreciate the support as always. But recently it's been on fire, as well as my Twitter account as well has been getting a lot of support, which is very nice. You know, it's very good to see that kind of stuff. I guess I'm doing something right. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll be sending a Discord server invite soon. Probably Monday, I think. Just to give us some time, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But on that note, thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow. Obviously, you guys will know when I know. But if not, have a good rest of your weekend. Take care of yourselves, drink some water, play some Minecraft, make a prison, if you haven't already, to store all your enemies. And, if not, then make the opposite to a prison. I don't know what the opposite to a prison is, but make it, because you can do whatever you want in this game, as this world shows. So, yeah. Talk to you later, guys. Take care. I'll leave you with this very, very bad lamppost design. What was I thinking, bro? I'm so weird when it comes to building stuff. How do I end? Wait. How do I end stream again?